How you doing? I know some of you are more into being entertained by a channel than actual UFO footage. So for those of you that are not going to watch this all the way through, I'm going to show you a couple of images here, and then I'm going to show you a slow motion video of this object, and then a filtered slow motion of it. And then, you guys can go on to a much better, more entertaining channel after that. But anyway, let me get this show started here. And I think it's pretty interesting anyway. So let's check this thing out here. Now, this is a screen grab from that object. And this is another one here. Now, when I was filming the object going by, I didn't see the one on the bottom at any time. I just thought after a while that I was photographing an airplane flying by, and it's not real steady because I was using a 200 millimeter telephoto lens, and it was handheld. So I just stepped outside and saw this thing and started taking pictures and doing a video tape of it. So let me show this to you here. That's a screen grab from the other slow motion video put through a filter. So let's have a look at it here. Now you can see why I put it through the filter, because that filter exactly duplicates the surface movement on objects like that. So you don't get that with an airplane flying by. So that's what I use that filter for, is to determine right off the bat whether or not I'm seeing an airplane or something else. And I think these are some kind of plasma lights. I'm not going to go into trying to put this particular photograph right here. This is the first photograph I took of it. It's 1 1/3 seconds. But I put it through some different filters and was looking at it, and there were 5 more objects on here in different places that you can't really see very well. So I'm not going to bother trying to do much with that, but I think they were coming up out of the ground, to be honest with you. I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, this here is a 4-second photograph of this object, and were this to be an airplane, it would be steady in its lighting right through here. And it's a singular object, basically, and it goes through varying intensities of light output. So again, you can tell it's not an airplane. Now this photograph right here, I saw something up there in the corner here along with this one here. This was my first indication there was something else flying along with this object. So let's zoom in on this here a little bit, and you can see this is not light distortion or camera flare. This is basically translucent, and you can see a lot of energy out around the edges of it. And this is a singular object traveling along in this direction, and it goes from translucent to nearly solid in color back to translucent again. I don't know what to make out of it, but that's what it looks like anyway. And that was the one that was flying along with this one here. Another 1 1/3 second photograph of it. And this right here is a photograph, a 1 1/3 seconds, and this appears red right here, which is, I find that rather strange, because in the video this looks white when it pops out there like that. So I'm not quite sure what to make out of this thing, but it gives different looks to depending on what you're doing, videoing it or taking photographs of it. This is the actual footage of it that I took, and again, I didn't see that other blinking light there in the bottom. That screen's so small on the camera that it just looks like a small white dot to me when I'm looking at it. I got a good camera and old eyes, so, and it is a little shaky because like I said, it was 200 millimeters. It being handheld like that is a little difficult to keep it steady. But it was traveling out of the southwest to the northeast. And again, there's that secondary object in the background. And for those of you that are still around, this is that slow motion part of it again. But notice the surface changes on that thing. I mean, it's just like undulating as it's going along. Don't know quite what to make out of that. I don't know if there's enough energy there to bore through the ground, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's plasmic enough to just assimilate itself into the ground and travel through that way by, mass reduction. I'm not sure what to make out of these things, but I thought it was pretty intriguing anyway. And then last night, I had something show up about 3 different times, and it is completely different than this one here. So I'm still working on putting a video together on that one, so I'll get that to you as soon as I can. So anyway, thanks for stopping by and having a look. I appreciate that. So we'll talk to you later on, I hope.